Hello everyone. So after my last post on LinkedIn, I had a lot of queries of trainers asking me how can that speed dating activity be run. So first of all, I have tried out speed dating on online as well as offline modes, and in both cases they work beautifully well. So what is the primary objective of speed dating? It's about getting to know the participants as quickly as possible, and that's why the name speed dating. So what we do here is, one, or at least what I do is, first give the participants an opportunity to speak, let them get their guard down. All right, so what I do is I prefer to have them in groups of 3, not more than that, because in my experience I've seen that more than 3 and you tend to lose out on a lot of information, or we are simply running after time. So have small groups of 3. In speed dating, what we do is we ask multiple questions. It could be 7 questions to maybe 8 or 9 questions, depending on how many questions you would like to incorporate, keeping in mind the time that you have. All right, if it's a 1-day program, don't have too many questions, because during the day also they will have an opportunity to get acquainted with their teammates. If you have a 3 or 4-day program, I think so it's perfectly fine to have an elongated first activity, because it can really break the ice. So maybe anywhere in the range of 7 to 10 questions should be perfectly fine to help them get started in knowing each other. All right, so what do? We basically create a timeline of questions that start off from the childhood right up to maybe a futuristic point of view, to a time that maybe they're due for retirement or something like that, maybe around 30-40 years later. All right, so the first question that you could possibly ask is, you could, as in a group of 3, discuss about your city of birth and something around it. So tell us something special about your city, or some experience that you have had in your childhood. We then move up to perhaps what has been your favorite subject in school, or who has been your favorite teacher, or if sometimes you might have participants saying that we don't have any favorite subject. Okay, then which is the subject that you probably hated the most, and why? When you add these supporting questions, it helps in getting out more information. The next question that you could possibly ask is their favorite cuisine, what kind of food they like, or which is their favorite dish, and who is that one person whose food that you simply love and you would miss it. Right, so it could be your mother's cooking, it could be your friend's mother's cooking, it could be, if it's an elderly group of maybe in their 30s or 40s, it could be their spouse, or for that matter it could also be your neighborhood chaat wala, someone whose food you really love, and the moment you think of that person, it actually rings a bell and some beautiful memories come up. After cuisine, you can ask about, so if there is a campus to corporate, you could also ask them what is their dream job or a dream assignment that they would like to undertake. Same thing with people who have a little bit of experience, maybe 3 to 5 or 10 years. We're talking about what kind of role they would envisage as their dream role, or what kind of project they would like to work for, or what kind of company they would like to work for. Going ahead, we could also ask about the favorite movies, or what kind of movies they like. You could ask about what is it that makes them happy, what is it that makes them sad, what makes them laugh, what makes them cry. Different variations of the same question. You could also ask them about their bucket list, 3 things that they would like to do before they retire. Right, so something like that, or a must visit place before they retire. And maybe you could also culminate this entire activity by asking them this one question. Suppose your favorite director comes to you, okay, and this is futuristic, so maybe take at least a gap of 30 odd years from today. So if you're sitting in 2024, maybe you can ask or pick up a date of somewhere around 2050 or 2060 and tell them that, okay, what if your favorite director came up to you and said that, you know what, your life has been really inspiring. I would like to make a movie on you. Tell me, what would be the title of that movie, and what do you think would be the storyline of that movie? Now, generally, while we have three people in each group and we keep rotating the team members so that we don't have the same group for every question, each of these groups might take, or each of the questions might take about 3 minutes, because they're quite simple, straightforward questions. This question in particular, which talks about the future and how they would like to have an inspiring movie, give them a little bit of time to think over it. So maybe even if it takes 5 minutes to 6 minutes, it's perfectly fine. And at the end of it, you could ask if anyone would like to share their movie. That really gives them an opportunity to think about what do they intend doing with their life, and how do they see it as a kind of means of transformation. So that was speed dating for you. And also, I've had situations where trainers have said that speed dating is a kind of a nomenclature that certain corporates or type of institutes might not appreciate. What could we name it? So feel free to name it anything to do with quick or speedy or something like that word. So quick connections or speedy connections, or just KYC, know your colleagues. Name it anything. The objective here is the participants get to know each other, and sometimes